we do begin here with that breaking news into what authorities labeled just moments ago a case of domestic terror. A gunman showing up at a place of worship, a Sikh temple, and opening fire just outside Milwaukee in Oak Creek, Wisconsin. They are grieving there tonight. Tears, prayers, shock over what's happened. Families gathering for services and a community meal have been planned for afterward. Children were playing outside when the shooting began.
7 people have been confirmed dead. One of the injured was the first police officer on scene, who, according to investigators, was ambushed by the shooter, shot multiple times. That officer has been in and out of surgery here in the Milwaukee area throughout the evening. He is expected to survive. Another officer with him at the time is the one that shot and killed the suspect in the parking lot of the temple. Again, no link has been connected between the suspect and this temple. And investigators say it is going to be a long night here, both at the suspect's home and at the temple, processing the 2 crime scenes.
The situation's ongoing, with police surrounding the temple. There may be hostages being held inside, along with a number of injured victims. Around 20 ambulances have gathered outside the temple, which has been established for a number of years and has a congregation of between 250 to 400 faithful.
Police say 2 of their officers confronted a shooter outside the temple. The gunman was shot dead at the scene. One of the officers left badly wounded.
That officer was shot multiple times. He has been transported to a local hospital. He is expected to survive. That officer returned fire and that shooter was put down.
Police begged the media not to reveal too many details in case coverage made things worse. At the time, rumors spread quickly. There was talk of a second gunman, multiple victims, and even children held hostage.
Our officer, a 20-year veteran, was ambushed, shot multiple times. He is currently at the hospital undergoing surgery. We expect him to recover.
The officer was rushed to a Milwaukee hospital along with at least 9 other wounded victims.
And another officer who was on scene was engaged by the suspect. Our officer did engage that individual, and that individual is deceased.
For family members outside, it was an agonizing wait.
Well, my mom, she was one of the ladies that was hiding in the pantry, and she called us around 11, and she called us very quick, and she whispered, she said, "Don't come." She's like, "There's a shooting here."
Some of the children attending services were as young as 4 years old.
My kids are like 5, but we were late today, you know. We were just like 10 minutes, 15 minutes late, you know. Otherwise, my kid will be there too. Others in the local community of Sikhs, a religion with roots in South Asia, rushed to the scene looking for answers.
Biggest question we have is this a hate crime? I mean, what did we do wrong? We've had, since 9/11, we've had small attacks on the community.
There have been incidents nationwide where Sikhs have been mistakenly targeted by anti-Muslim groups.
This is such a tragedy, and hopefully we can use this event to educate Americans about our Sikh religion. I mean,
the temple had been filling up for a Sikh festival when the shooting began. Women and children running for shelter in cupboards.
My friend, her mom was in there and her grandpa was just shot, so we just found out about that. But her mom was taken outside. And then as far as the priests go, or we call them Babaji, and one of them got killed as he was leaving or in his car, and the other one was found in his room dead.
It's totally agonizing, you know. It's sad to hear, you know, the people that those guys, you know, deceased, you know. It's kind of heartbreaking, you know. It's like just heart sank down, you know. This should never happen, you know. Nobody, you know.
President Obama said he was deeply saddened by what had happened. He said America had been enriched by the Sikh community. This is the second time in recent weeks that the president has had to console the country after a shooting. Just over 2 weeks ago, a man opened fire in a cinema in Colorado, killing 12 people.